Are you moving to Lexington, Kentucky, but you know schools can make or break your kid's future and want to make sure you end up in the right high school zone? You are not alone. Today, I will be ranking the top 4 public high schools in Lexington. I will be exposing the bottom 2. We'll dig into 2 programs you probably didn't know existed, and I'm sharing the number 1 mistake to avoid if you want your kids to have the very best high school experience. Quick disclaimer, I am a realtor. I am not a school official, and everything I share about schools today is entirely from public data. I'm talking Fayette County school sites or school sites like niche.com, including the rankings. I, Shelby Johnson, am not telling you what the best or worst schools are out there or where your kids should go. I'm just sharing public information. Let's dig in. Number 4 on the list of the top high schools is Frederick Douglass, which is located on the east side of Lexington, close to Hamburg Pavilion, one of the city's biggest shopping and dining areas. Surrounding neighborhoods include Tuscany, the Home Place, and Andover, with a mix of newer and older subdivisions, apartments, and townhomes. All of this falls within the 40509 zip code, which is one of the fastest growing parts in all of Lexington. Frederick Douglass is also Lexington's newest high school. It opened in 2017 with an $82 million build, mainly to relieve overcrowding at surrounding high schools like Bryan Station and Henry Clay, and to keep up with the insane growth of the Hamburg area. Frederick Douglass has an overall A- rating on niche.com, and I want to note that for the 4th best high school in the area, to still have an A- rating is really good. Lexington schools are freaking legit when compared to the rest of the United States. I digress. Frederick Douglass has around 1,700 students, and they have a student-teacher ratio of 19:1. The average graduation rate is 96%, with an average ACT score of 26 and SAT score of 1060. Just to put it into perspective, the average national ACT score is 19.4, and the national average for SAT is 1040. So Douglass is above both of the averages in those tests. And when it comes to sports, Frederick Douglass has made big strides over the recent years. They earned their first ever KHSAA Class 5A football state championship in 2022. Say that 5 times fast, defeating Bowling Green in a 28-7 victory at Kroger Field. And in girls basketball, the team clinched the 11th region title in 2025 with a commanding 68-41 victory over Madison Central, advancing to the Sweet 16 state tournament in Rupp Arena. Big deal. They also had a state archery champion in 2022, move over Katniss. And on the diversity front, Frederick Douglass earned an A rating from niche.com, along with the 2025 Standout High School in All of Kentucky Award, because of the difference they're making in the community. Adorable. Aww. Number 3, Henry Clay is located in the southeast side of Lexington, just inside New Circle Road. It's right in the heart of some of the city's most iconic neighborhoods like Ashland Park, Chevy Chase, and Idlehour. The school sits within the 40502 zip code, often called the O2. It's a super well-loved area with deep roots, historic charm, tree-lined streets, and beautiful classic homes, all within walking distance of some really nice shops and restaurants. Henry Clay has an overall rating of an A- on niche, same as Frederick Douglass. It has just under 2,000 students and a student-teacher ratio of 17:1 with a 93% graduation rate. Average ACT is 26 and SAT is 1280, significantly higher than Frederick Douglass. Really solid academics. In 2024, the boys soccer team won the KHSAA state championship. They also won the girls singles bowling state championship. The boys tennis team continued their dominance by earning their 8th consecutive 11th region title. And the girls tennis team won their first regional title since 2016. Not too shabby. But one of the biggest things that you should know about Henry Clay is that it's the oldest public high school in Lexington, circa 1904. And although the current building is not original, it was built in the 70s and is old, like borderline falling apart. But here's where it gets good. Henry Clay's building is set to be replaced with a brand new $151 million campus by winter of 2028. The plans take a normal high school and transform it into a super efficient campus, complete with outdoor learning spaces and an amphitheater. Prelim construction is already underway. And if you're sitting there just getting stoked about these schools and you want to see what homes are for sale nearby, check out my Own Homes app. It's like Zillow and Realtor, but way better, obviously, and free. The link will be in the first comment below. Number 2, Lafayette High School, known to the locals as Lafayette, opened in 1939 and is the most centrally located of all of the public high schools, just slightly southwest of downtown off Clays Mill Road. Lafayette sits within the 40503 zip code, which is a really popular area because of beautiful established neighborhoods and the proximity to things like Kroger Field, the University of Kentucky, St. Jude's Hospital, and everything downtown. Lafayette is a bigger school for Lexington with around 2,400 students and a student-teacher ratio of 18:1, but still secured a solid A rating from niche.com. The students have a 97% graduation rate with an average ACT of 26 and SAT of 1,200. And when it comes to sports, Lafayette holds its own. The boys basketball team have won 6 Sweet 16 state championships, although none since 2001. While the boys cross country team took home the Class 3A state title in 2024, and in 2025, the girls wrestling team made history as the first Fayette County school to win a KHSAA state championship. But who cares about sports, right? Let's talk about the pride of the Bluegrass Marching Band. With 24 state titles under their belt and national recognition, they've even performed at the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade and are one of the most decorated high school bands in Kentucky. But something that really sets Lafayette apart is SCAPA. SCAPA stands for School of the Creative and Performing Arts, and it offers advanced training in 9 artistic disciplines like ballet, band, contemporary dance, creative writing, drama, piano, strings, visual art, vocal music. You get the point. Admission is competitive. Students across Fayette County audition in their chosen arts and must meet specific selection criteria to be accepted. If they are accepted, they get the opportunity to really develop their skills in a supportive yet challenging environment alongside like-minded peers. So cool. Lafayette also has an A+ in diversity on niche.com and are considered to be the number 2 most diverse in the entire beautiful state of Kentucky. Moving on to number 1, Paul Laurence Dunbar High School. Known to the locals as Dunbar, it is our most western high school, although still technically southwest of the city center, and is located at 1600 Man-O-War Boulevard in the 40513 zip code. Dunbar scoops up kids from some of the most popular neighborhoods in all of Lexington, like Beaumont, Palomar, and Firebrook. People love these neighborhoods not just because of the public schools, which have A ratings in all levels, elementary, middle, and high, but also because the neighborhoods are beautiful and great communities. You're super close to amenities, all the things you could want, like a brand new Publix and growing upscale spots at the Fountains of Palomar, or Beaumont Center's dining, shops, and public library, or just proximity to both the Bluegrass Airport and Keeneland. Dunbar High School earned its A rating on niche.com with student averages of 27 on the ACT and 1350 on the SAT, the best in both categories in all of Fayette County. It's got a rep with the locals for being the highest achieving public high school in the area when it comes to academics. And they're ranked number 1 on niche.com when it comes to best college prep. There's about 1,900 students enrolled with a student-to-teacher ratio of 17:1. Flip side, Dunbar is not necessarily known for its athletics, although it has had championship wins in boys basketball, boys soccer, girls volleyball, and a few others. Plus, it offers everything that your kids might be interested in, all of the normal sports, plus they even have a bowling team. Outside of academics, other extracurriculars include leadership clubs, technology and robotics, and service and social impact. But if hearing about these 4 public schools in Lexington just makes you wonder what schools didn't make the top of the list, this is the moment you've been waiting for. But I again emphasize, these are not my opinions, nor am I saying that they're the best and worst schools. I am just resharing the public rankings that you can find on niche.com. And one more thing I'd like to note, that both of these bottom 2 schools received B ratings on niche. Not C, not D, not F, B. That's passing above average. Okay, here we go. Number 5 of 6 when it comes to public schools in Fayette County is Bryan Station, which is located in Lexington's northeast side between New Circle, Paris Pike, and I-75. The surrounding community is mostly residential with a mix of commercial businesses, local spots, and some fast food chains. Enrollment is around 2,000 students with a 17-to-1 student-teacher ratio. Average ACT scores are about 22, and SAT scores are 980 to 990 range. The graduation rate is just above 90%. But Bryan Station is number 1 in diversity with the widest mix of kids from all different backgrounds in all of Lexington. But what really makes Bryan Station stand out is their Air Force JRTC program, which is the only one in all of Fayette County Public Schools. Bryan Station is also known for their Spanish immersion program, which was the 2012 School of the Year Award winner for immersion excellence. Bryan Station was also the very first school in Fayette County to integrate academies. Every 9th grader starts in the freshman academy to help transition from middle school to high school and establish the right habits to be successful throughout the remainder of schooling. Then, in 10th grade, students choose a career-focused academy based on their interests, things like IT, medical sciences, engineering, or business. And these academies partner with local employers, colleges, and community leaders so students can get real-world experiences, internships, and industry certifications before they even graduate. The other 2 schools that have academies are Frederick Douglass and Tate's Creek. And number 6 of 6 on the list is Tate's Creek High School, sitting almost directly south of the city center between New Circle Road and Man of War. With right around 1,800 students, Tate's Creek has a student-teacher ratio of 17-to-1 and a graduation rate of 91%. Students have an average ACT of 24 and SAT of 1060. One of the coolest things about Tate's Creek is that they are the only school in the county that has an international baccalaureate.
What she is trying to say is Tate's Creek is the only public high school in Fayette County to have an international baccalaureate program.
Let's call it IB, is one of the most rigorous college prep programs in the world, actually, focused on critical thinking, global awareness, and academic challenge. At Tate's Creek, juniors and seniors can pursue a full IB diploma and individual IB courses in English, language, history, science, math, arts. IB students often earn college credit and leave with a strong foundation for success, which is pretty cool. There are 26 KHSAA sports offered at Tate's Creek, so there's something for everyone, and their latest championships include lacrosse in both 2007 and 2012, and women's soccer in 2012. And if you're watching this, you are clearly doing your homework, making a smart choice about your next big move. So if you're thinking about relocating to Lexington or just want a personalized help to see if this is the right fit for you, I would love to help. Hit me up. The contact information is below. You can call, text, email, or Instagram DM. It seems to be a fave. But we're not even close to being done with the info you need to know to set up your high schooler for success. And up next is for those of you who might be wondering what other programs might exist out there outside of these public schools so you can maximize your unique kids' growth and development. Well, I am here for you. There are 2 magnet schools that I am going to cover today, and first up is STEAM Academy, which specializes in science, technology, engineering, arts, and math, and is ranked number 4 out of all magnet schools in the entire state of Kentucky. And in 2017 was recognized by the US News and World Report as one of America's best high schools. STEAM Academy was designed for kids who really want a more hands-on, project-based learning experience within the science, math, technology type of realm. But if this sounds like something for your kid, expect a heavy academic workload.
A brief technological issue later.
But those kids need to expect a heavy academic workload because STEAM pushes its students to a higher level of learning in exchange for some really cool opportunities, like accelerated programs that let students complete an entire year of high school in one semester and then focus the rest of their time on dual credit classes, aka earning college credits and graduating with a serious leg up. The entire program is designed to feel more like a small college than a traditional high school. STEAM Academy is open to any 9th through 12th graders who live in Fayette County, but unlike most of the Fayette County schools, you don't end up at STEAM based on where you live. You have to apply and win a slot through the county's lottery system that opens up each spring. And STEAM only accepts around 450 students total, which is smaller than most private schools. So once accepted, students will take all of their academic classes at STEAM, but still use their zoned high school to catch the bus to and from the academy or participate in sports, band, and other extracurriculars. STEAM Academy is located directly north of City Center, right off Georgetown Road. Next up is The Hill, which is brand new as of 2025 and allows enrollment for up to 1,500 students. It's located just east of downtown and stands for the Hub for Innovative Learning and Leadership. The Hill is a career and technical school that offers 19 different programs in fields like construction trades, culinary arts, homeland security, pre-nursing, transportation technology, etc. And within these programs, there are 39 classes that act as dual credit courses and 26 that provide real-life industry certifications upon completion. Also, The Hill has some really cool partnerships with local industries, a ton of which you've probably heard of, like Valvoline, Lexmart, and UK Healthcare, just to name a few. Students can choose up to 2 technical tracks, and they spend half days at The Hill while knocking out their graduation requirements and doing sports, extracurriculars, all of those other things at their home high school. Fayette County provides transportation back and forth, so no need to worry about that, but admission is not automatic. You do need to apply, and you can get all of the details on how to at their website, hill.fcpc.net. And if all of that isn't enough, it is time, finally, to break down the #1 mistake to avoid when thinking about your high school student's future, and that is, do not get caught up in rankings, test scores, and some YouTube video created by a real estate agent who doesn't even have kids. Because the real question to ask yourself is, which school aligns best with your unique child's interests, strengths, and goals? Because a school that looks really great on paper might not be the right fit. It might not have the environment or the opportunities that your kid needs to thrive. So sure, take rankings into consideration, but don't let it rule your ultimate decision. And if you want even more mistakes to avoid, check out 10 mistakes to avoid when buying a home in Lexington, Kentucky, which is up next. Thanks for watching.